Welcome to your Taylor Council Connection. My name is Daniel Seguin, and this is a recap of the April 9th, 2026 City Council meeting. The meeting began with two proclamations declaring April 12th through the 18th as Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week and National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, recognizing the critical roles these people play in our community and encouraging residents to appreciate their services to Taylor. Next came the consent agenda, non-controversial and routine items that can be voted on with a single vote. These items included amendment of the travel policy for city employees to clarify the travel approval process and set per diem based on federal guidelines, and the approval of an additional $27,000 for the purchase of budgeted replacement server equipment at the police department following dramatic increases in prices. The council then held two public hearings and introduced two ordinances. The first was for a special use permit for a multifamily development at the corner of Victoria and West 3rd. The proposed development would have 21 units. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommended disapproval of the project. The council tabled the item and returned it back to the Planning and Zoning Commission to work with the applicant to address the concerns of the community based on density, parking, and neighborhood character. The second was for a neighborhood plan known as Trenton Village. The project includes 40 acres at the southwest corner of North Drive and Carlos Parker and proposes to build 293 townhomes and 95,000 square feet of commercial space along the loop. The City Council voted to deny the neighborhood plan as presented, citing the extreme density of the proposed development, insufficient parking, and its proximity to existing single-family developments. The first ordinance introduced was for the abandonment of East 2nd Street from Washburn to Elliott. This section of roadway will be incorporated into the new City Hall and Justice Center project expected to break ground this month. The second was for the regulation of short-term rentals like Airbnbs and VRBOs. They are defined as rental dwellings occupied for less than 30 days at a time. The proposed ordinance would create a framework for review, approval, and monitoring of short-term rentals for the protection of surrounding homes and neighborhoods. The review process would include the application for a permit, inspections for life safety and code standards, and annual recertification. It would require a parking space per bedroom on site and a maximum occupancy of 10 people. Operators would be required to collect and pay hotel occupancy taxes. Finally, the permit requires that operators prevent nuisances such as large parties and loud music. Violations of such requirements may result in the loss of the permit. Both ordinances will return to the council at a future meeting for final approval. Next, the council received a presentation from the Taylor Housing Authority regarding Mallard Run Apartments, Sunset Apartments, and federal sanctions. Mallard Run and Sunset used to be part of the Taylor Housing Authority, but in 2008, the entities overseeing those two properties illegally removed themselves from oversight by the Taylor Housing Authority, exposing the organization to federal sanctions and possible closure, a potential tragedy for affordable housing in Taylor. The Housing Authority is working with state and federal partners to return the properties to local control and compliance with federal laws. The council then approved an agreement with Patillo, Brown, and Hill for auditing services. The city has used Brooks Watson since 2017, and based on recent call for qualifications, city staff recommended rotating auditing firms as a best practice. Next, the council approved an agreement with Baker Tilly U.S. for an audit of our impact fees. Such an audit is now required by the state following the most recent legislative session when a city seeks to update its impact fees, which are paid for by developers to offset any possible impact of the development on other city services. The council then received updates from the new library director, Amy Kais, about library operations. Since she began, the library has added a tremendous amount of programming and has increased utilization of the facilities. The council approved new updated library policies that are necessary for the library to maintain accreditation and eligibility for grants and interlibrary loans. Next, the council approved a task order with HDR Engineering for $590,000 to complete a preliminary engineering for new water transmission line from Lake Granger to the east side of Taylor. Currently, the city receives water from a single 27-inch water line from the north. This means that Taylor has no backup if that water line goes down. Additionally, as the line moves deeper into the city, it reduces in size as flows are sent to neighborhoods. This proposed water line may follow FM 619, providing a backup source of water to the city and opening the east side of the city to development. The task order is being funded by the Economic Development Corporation and will not impact water bills. The final action item of the night was to enter into a 3-year agreement with the YMCA for pool management services. The city will pay them $175,000 per year to provide lifeguards, pool operations, daily maintenance, and swim lessons. During executive session, the council consulted with the city attorney regarding a waste connections agreement and the recovery of property taxes from former Taylor Housing Authority properties. Thank you for tuning into Your Council Connection. Don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.